Hey, good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Career Masterclass 101. Um, Apologies for some time now we've not been live, and so we are coming back live, and we have come back better. We had to re-strategize and replan, but it's all good now. And so today we're going to be starting with our first live video, and there'll be subsequent recorded videos that you're going to watch. There'll be other live videos as well that will come on board. So stay tuned, follow this channel. You're going to learn so much about career development, bringing our experience for over 16, 17 years. To talk to the young ones out there, those who are trying to catch up with their careers. And today, my focus will be kickstarting your career, and this is the first of the series, part 1. Now, I want to start with this statement. Start somewhere. Start anywhere. Get started and learn from experimentation than for you to stay paralyzed. I'll repeat again. Start somewhere. Start anywhere. Get started and learn from experimentation than you staying paralyzed and not achieve anything. If you get what that means, it means that whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well. Don't wait and be looking for, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to get the best job I want. I want to be for example, I read computer science, so because of that, anything that is outside of computer science, I can do it. Don't wait to say, I read economics, and my friends are going, they are diversifying and trying to do something else. No, I can't do that. No. That will make you stay paralyzed. Because if you are not lucky enough like some other people that are able to get career going quickly, to get the kind of job that you want, then you might stay long. And when you stay long without doing anything, the experience you've had from school becomes down. You become paralyzed. As a matter of fact, if you sit in the same exam, you sit in your final year, you might end up scoring 0. If they ask you questions to discuss your career, to discuss what you learn in school, even in your project, after a while, maybe a year or 2, you might not be able to. And then you become more redundant. So I want to employ you to start a career. You must have this at the back of your mind. Start somewhere. Start anywhere. Get started is the most important. And then when you start, you will learn from experiment, from experience. You begin to learn. And sometimes those experiences define your career. It is better than for you to stay paralyzed. Now, there have been so many research about what can I do, what career is trending, where should I focus. There was a research by LinkedIn Relations, I think it's about 2021 or thereabout, looking at, LinkedIn is a job site where people go, build profile, apply for jobs advertised there. It's for working class guys, for professional people, and then you can get a job there. The job I do today, I got it from LinkedIn. So you get a job there, you get your employment, and you build your career around LinkedIn. So what they've done is that in 2021, they did some sort of analysis, some sort of survey, using the data that they have on their platform. And they realized that there are 5 areas that career is booming, particularly for those new entrants like you, those who are just coming from the university, who needs to get their first job. There are 5 areas they can focus on, and they will be flying. Number 1, which is the highest area that people are really getting employment, is staffing and recruitment. So you read computer science, and then the first job you are seeing is staffing, recruitment. Please grab it. Don't say, I don't want to do this. This is not going to work for me. No. Take it, grab it, run with it. It's very important. It's very important, very key. That's an area. We have things like healthcare recruiter. We have things like talent acquisition specialist. We have things like account managers. We have things like HRBP, recruitment consultant, and all of that. Grab it, take it, and run with it. It's very important. When you begin to do that, then you can pivot along the line into your own goal. You can have money that you can use to now build that your focal career. Number 2 area is hospitality. Hospitality was something that was booming and people were getting jobs globally in hospitality. Oh, I am a graduate. I can do this kind of job. Please, boy, please, sister, drop that. Focus. Pick a job. Run with it. Just make sure it's not too far from your interest area. That's another area. I mean, you could work as a front desk officer, front desk representative in an hospitality industry. You could work as their IT manager. You could work as their, if you read economics, you could work as their accountant. You could work in the accounting department. You could work in the administrative department. It could be anything. But they are recruiting and there are jobs there. So don't just focus your attention on, oh, it's banking I want to go to, and then that's where you want to remain. Oh, I want to go into tech. And so any software company must employ me. Those companies, those hospitality companies and every other company employ developers as well. Hospitals employ developers. So you need to understand that. They employ developers. How much more other IT areas? IT operations, IT support, and the like. So those are opportunities you shouldn't lose. The number 3 is healthcare and biotech industries. They are also recruiting massively young people, graduates, degree holders, diploma holders, HND holders. They are recruiting them. So look out for them. Those are the areas you should look out for to be able to get your employment, your first employment. I mean, we have laboratory technicians for you who read laboratory technicians. They are there. Medical assistants are there. I mean, it's not only medical doctors that work in the hospital. So go out, get it, grab it, and then you will have a lot to experience, and then you can pivot later. We have patient care technicians, those who know how to handle all of those equipment, that could handle cancer equipment, MRS equipment, different kind of equipment they use in the clinic, they are able to handle it. Those technicians that could handle it, they could set it up, they could measure the quality assurance of it, they could do different kind of things. I've done it. You could also, be in that shoe. There are physicists that works in the hospital, and there are physicists that works just in hospital creating equipment companies. Yes. So those areas are there. Then there are legal services, number 4. Legal services. These are areas you can also look at. In terms of percentage, I'm going to read out the percentage later. For legal, we have legal assistants, we have the paralegal, we have the attorney. You can pick any of these and run. These are jobs that are out there, and they will continue to increase. As a matter of fact, if you want to get to the university, you should be looking at a course around these 5 areas I've mentioned. Then the last one, which is the 5th one, is tech and IT services. Tech and IT services. That's where we have software developers, software architects like me. We have CTOs, we have IT recruiter. We have, information technology recruiter. We have the keyway engineers and the likes. Around tech and IT services jobs. We have IT operations officer. We have product managers, product owners. We have program managers, program owner. We have project managers. We have different areas. We have support technicians. So there are so many areas around that. And if you look at the entire percentage, by the way LinkedIn grouped it, 50% of new entrants were going into staffing and recruiting. So that's a lot. They are really, really, really mopping up, because companies are looking for engineers, companies are looking for professionals, and they need these young guys to scout for them. So if you get such a job, it's not going to take so much of your time. You're going to scout for engineers, scout for developed professionals, and as you are doing that, you are able to also develop yourself further. Do your masters, do some professional examinations, professional courses, online courses, and then you can pivot into your goal, into your main career. And don't forget, even the company you work for, when they see what you can deliver, they might even help you to pivot into another area within their same company. So that is about 50%, half of the recruitment. Then about 31.9% goes into hospitality, about 31.9%. And then about 22.8% goes into healthcare and biotech. And then about 19.5% goes into legal services. and then about 17.7% goes into tech, and other jobs fall within the remaining, I don't know, percentage. Not so much. So you can see the focus of the world, where the jobs are really there. So go ahead, grab it, do your research, look at the industry you can go into. Don't just go to university and study any course for studying sake. Go to university, look at this kind of data. I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the link or the image on this video when I edit it, so that you could be able to see this data yourself, and it will help you to really know where to go, how to go about it, right? Okay, great. Now, I'm going to go further by talking about, today my focus is on IT career. I'm an IT guy. So this session is beneficial to everyone, IT and non-IT alike, but the goal is to focus on IT, particularly for those who want to go into IT career or who wants to pivot into IT. That is my goal. These are the people this masterclass is created to help. This career masterclass is focusing on IT, but it's beneficial to everyone, even those who are not in IT, in the medical line, in the financial line, fintechs, and all of that. I've been there. I've built systems that is used in all of these areas. I've built systems that work there. All right. So I'll start by saying there's a website I said it's coming, Coursera. It talks about 7 IT career paths that you can invest in. 7 IT career paths that you can go invest in, and then you can build your career. And if I look at it, let's talk about computer support. Many people think the programmers are the only computer guy. No, there is what we call computer support. It's an IT career area, and what it do is to support clients of companies. So, for example, it could be their support. It could be IT support technician. It could be desktop support technician. It could be help desk support technician. It could be IT associate. It could be anything. Those are all computer support. Some goes to the field to go and do installations. Some people work with, for example, maybe SAP. SAP and accounting package, and they go out there. They support. They do training and the like. That is one. They support it, and I can tell you, these guys they get good salary. Some get as much as $60,000 per annum. That is good enough, particularly for those who are just starting out. If you get such a job and you are earning about $30,000 per annum or $40,000 per annum, you are doing very well as a graduate. So check it out. That is one. Number two, I will talk about is cybersecurity. That is some fantastic career that you can also build in IT. Talks about protecting the computer, protecting the devices of our phone, networks, from malware, from viruses, unauthorized access, from damage, data breaches. That is what it's all about. I can tell you this job is growing by 35% year in, year out. So people are getting into it and they are really doing well. I know of people that I have mentored in the past, and that's what they do, and today they are doing very well. They have information security analyst, cyber security analyst, cyber security engineer, and you could grow into senior cyber engineer, managers and the like, ethical hackers. Those are the areas you can grow. And you really enjoy it, and they pay very well. Some earn as much as $75,000 even more per annum. That is a lot of money if you really know what you are doing and you're putting your best into this career. That's number 2, IT career. Number 3 is networks and systems. So focusing on network related. You see here about CCI here, this and that. Those who could configure network. Some could do cabling walls. That is one there. That is the technician they implement, and they also administrators that manage the network, and they're also the expert that analyze the network, that design the network designers. So those are systems that you can also, that's a career. Networks and systems is another career area that you could take a job there, and then you begin to build a career and get to the best of your career, and you could earn as much as $80,000, $100,000 per annum along your career. So that's something that's very fantastic that you should also pay attention to. Another one area that where I belong is software development. That is big. That is very massive. You have the web developers, you have the developers, software developers, we have the software engineers, we have the senior software engineer, we have the software architects, we have the data and all of that. Software development generally. They build software. They build this Facebook Live that we are using now. They develop it. Thank you. So, and they pay very well. They earn even more than the other guys I talked about. You see them earning $100,000, $120,000. Some earn as much as $200,000 per annum. So it's an area you can focus, and there are so many languages out there that you could put your expertise on, and you will go far in your career. You see Python, you see C#, Java, Ruby on Rails, Ruby, you see Golang, different languages. Node.js, front-end languages, back-end languages, JavaScript, scripting, and all of your life. Anyone you decide to pick among all of this, you will be able to go far with your career. Very far. So that's one area that I love. That's where I've been. And now I'm a software architect. I've risen to the top of the career while I was in Nigeria as a CTO, and I'm here in Europe. I'm also working at the top of the career as a software architect. All right? And then I've talked about it, web development. Some people are just UI guys. They like color. They just want to build UI. They want to make it look, very good, very cool, and that's what they're focusing on. They just work on that. Some work on, they're designers, web designers. Some are web developers. What they do for them is they write the code behind the designs. Some are back-end engineers. What they do is they write the code that is connected to database and do all of that. Node.js, C#, Java, and all of that. That's what they're focusing on. Some are full-stack engineers. They are focusing on both the front-end and the back-end, and they combine together. I'm going to go deep into all of these jobs in subsequent series. Some are, full-stack engineer, they do all of this. So it's great to go into this kind of program, and you can self-taught yourself in IT career. Please write this down. I can self-taught myself in IT career. You don't have to be a graduate to do IT career. As a matter of fact, in Europe, I've seen secondary school students self-teaching themselves in IT, and they are earning money. Remote jobs, online. They are making money for themselves. And I've seen that happen in Nigeria as well, in Africa. So it's not something that you cannot do by yourself. You can stay at home, 3 months, study online courses, and then you can go. There is Coursera, there is Udemy, there are other e-course portals where you can learn. You pay stipends, not so expensive. Some courses are just $9, some $90. Some just learn it. CSS, HTML, and you become a web developer or a developer, as the case may be. Then number 6 is data. I'm going to 7. So number 6 is data. People, today we have a lot of data on the internet. So this is another career area that is growing. It is projected that it will be growing by 9% year in, year out by LinkedIn. So it's growing. It keeps growing. So we have the data scientists, we have the technicians, the data center technicians that are able to manage the data center, do the cabling, know what kind of data storage needs to be in place. They are there. We have the database administrators. For them, they manage the database. We have data analysts. We have the data scientists, those who design, those who promulgate what do we do? What should the design look like? The architect. We have the data architect. Data scientists analyze the data, they're able to do things with it. Data architect able to architect the infrastructure, architect the data, the way the data will be stored, the way it will be moved around. What kind of storage do you need? Do you need a flash storage? Do you need a structured storage? Do you need an unstructured storage? That's their whole role. They are able to do all of this. They call them architects. And then we have data engineers. They are able to write the code, write the application that's going to be able to move the data around. They're going to be able to fix issues around the data and right. So it's a career area that is very interesting. And I have people who earn more than $90,000 per annum doing this. I mean, the data is out there on the internet. So get into this. And the number 7, the last one for now, is cloud computing. I mean, you and I know that cloud is the future. As a matter of fact, let me call it emerging job, because it's something new that is growing. Cloud architects, cloud engineers, cloud programmers, cloud this, cloud that, and it's growing, and they are earning good. $80,000 per annum. It's not small money. People earn more than that. I mean, the cloud architect, how your cloud should look like. How do you move your data from on-prem to cloud? These are the kind of things they do. How do you architect an application to take advantage of the cloud, so that the application is resident? So when you use Facebook and it's so slicky, and you use Instagram, everything is working fine because they're taking advantage of the cloud. And there are some cloud engineers behind it. It's a big career area. Looking at these 7 areas: cloud computing, data, web development, software development, network and systems, cybersecurity, and computer support. Pick anyone that you like and go to the university and study a course that speaks to this, that is connected to any of these. You come out and you're able to build a career. Or you have even come out from the university, you have read English language, or you've read, for example, a language that is not even English, maybe not even French, maybe Yoruba language, maybe Hausa language, maybe a language in other countries over there. Your own language is what you have read in the university. It doesn't stop you. I have friends who have read Yoruba. I have friends who read finance, accounting. I have friends who read English, and they are developers today. They are senior developers, not just developers. Some have been CTOs of companies. Yes, I can tell you that. I can give you that for free. So that's an area you can focus on, and you will be able to understand that something great is happening out there. All right. So those are 7 areas you can focus on in IT. I also have a link here which I will share in the edited video about fastest growing IT jobs. I mean, these are the IT jobs that is growing fastest. I mean, this is as of 2009. I mean, by the time you check online, you could get on the other data that is more current. So if you look at it, you talk about cloud architect or cloud system engineer. That is fastest growing. Security professionals in cybersecurity and all of that, they are also very growing. Data is another thing that is growing seriously, making trade. Number 4 is network administration, because people are building more networks. There are data centers coming up everywhere across the globe. Because of the people are doing cryptocurrencies and all of that, so there are data centers coming up, and they need network administrator to go. More companies are becoming automated, so they need network administrator to manage those things. They are also growing very fast. Software developers are growing. We all know that, and even computer scientists, those who could build, data network organization, and those things are growing. So those technologies, they come with problems. And they require scientists who can think through those problems and provide solutions. That is also something that is growing. If you look at those 6 areas, just build your career around it, and then you will see yourself, growing your career. So today, I think we spent now. Let's see. I'm trying to see how many hours we've spent on this live. So that I think we've spent about 30 minutes. So today I'm going to stop here, and when we meet next, I'm going to be talking about getting started. I've talked about the career areas where you can focus on and all of that as in this first series. So the second series, I'm going to be talking about how do you start? How do you build profile? How do you even write applications that can be successful? And then how do you attend interviews? And even how do you answer questions at interview? So that will be what I will focus on next in my next video. It should be maybe by next week or thereabouts. But in the meantime, listen to this again, share this with your friends, share this with everybody that you know. Let them know that this is happening, it's back, it's live, and people are going to benefit from it. Thank you. Follow us here. Follow us on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. And follow me on YouTube. I'm going to share this video there. So you'll be able to watch it. When you get it, just share it. Share it to people. Let people see it. Let people learn. Let people know what is happening. Let them build a career. Thank you. Have a great morning at work today.